Hello, and my name is Michael Wypert, and today in this session on the basics of brass playing, I'm going to be looking at pitch. Pitch is about high sounds, low sounds, and low sounds and high sounds, and how they're mixed up to create melody. So, for example, we have, and if I want to change the pitch from this note, I've got one of two choices. I can either go up or I can go down, and that's it if I want to change the pitch. So let's say I want to go down like I did in the previous example, change the pitch and went down one sound. Now I've talked about changing pitch briefly with reference to the brass playing and with reference to playing on your mouthpiece, but I haven't really explained what it means. We play a sound on the mouthpiece, and then to change the pitch down, well, what exactly do you have to do? Well, you have to relax very slightly the tension in the middle of the embouchure, in the parts that vibrate. So we change the pitch and go down. Go back to where we started on this fixed pitch. Now my choice is, this time I want to go up, so I'm going to go up one sound, one whole tone. This time, instead of relaxing the tension in the vibrating parts of the embouchure, we need to increase it ever so slightly, gently. So we go up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my instrument and I'm going to play that long sound. And in my head now I'm going to decide that I'm going to go up. And this time I'm going to go back to the long sound. And so I had the long sound, then I went up, came back to the long sound, I went down. The valve fingerings you will have been able to see were open and then up to 1 and 2, then open and back to 1. On a trombone it would be first position to fourth position, first position to third position. Let's now introduce a little bit of the idea from the note value tree, and this time I'm going to decide to play a long sound and then go up and play 2 of the minim type sounds, that's the 2 beat sounds, and I'm going to come back again. Now, as I explain this, it's hard, I'm explaining it in terms of the note values, but this is all it is. So I've created a very simple melodic fragment, and so I shall play it on this instrument now. Let's just extend the idea a little bit further. I can play it quietly. I can play a bit louder. And on both occasions, what I do is add a little bit of me in there as well into the mix, a little bit of personality. So the first one was a kind of a more gentle had a more gentle ambience, and the second one had a little bit more of an emphatic ambience to it, almost a fanfare-ish type of thing. So when you're playing, do have a little bit of a think. Do have a little bit of a think about it, using a kind of an emotional impact a little bit. Once, just to make it a little bit more interesting, to give you a little bit more reason for doing it, because after all, what we're trying to do is create music. So pitch, going up or down, and I'm going to play going up now. I'm going to go down. And it's all about the embouchure under control, the embouchure freely buzzing away, and then changing the tension of the embouchure inside of the mouthpiece so that we can go up and we can go down. And it's not easy, but it's worth practicing. Again, back to the mouthpiece and try those very simple early exercises, the very first lesson, because what we want to do now is build up a routine. So we start with the mouthpiece. And this time, instead of going up by one note, I'm going to jump up by 4. And then I'm going to this time go down, but instead of going down by one note, I'm going to go down by 5. So the mouthpiece, always refer back to the mouthpiece and then go to the instrument. Once you can do it on the mouthpiece, it should plop out the instrument nice and easy. So we've looked at very simple concept, which is pitch, high or low. And that's all it is. And to play really high on a brass instrument, you need to train your embouchure to go really high. And to play really low, you need to train your embouchure to go low, which means controlled relaxation of the embouchure. And it's all quite difficult, and it takes longer to explain it than for you to actually play it. But keep trying, work on moving to different positions on your trombone and play all the things we've talked about thus far. And similarly, if you're using a valved instrument, play all of those things on a valved instrument, moving up or down and going to different valves. We will, of course, as time goes on, introduce much more complex ideas within this kind of very basic foundation. But these basic foundations are the most important aspect of brass playing. And really can't emphasize it enough that you need to understand the concept of pitch, the concept of rhythm, and then the concept of how to produce the sound effectively to be a good brass player. So I think we shall leave it there for today, and thank you again for watching.